Some of you have been saying, Jared, what happens if you crash your car into the water and you have a baby in the back? Well, you know what? We're gonna show you that right now because I just saved Maple. You ready? I'm ready. You gotta put it in gear, Charlie. You know how to drive?
Yeah.
You told me you knew how to drive.
I do.
All right. What's that? Up at an angle.
You got the baby out?
Okay, baby. Yep. All right, now break it out. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go out, go out. Today we brought in our family to teach them what to do if your car goes into the water. Woo! Charlie rolls over or catches fire. Car. So stay tuned as we bring you into today's episode. And we show you how to always be prepared. Now, I want to introduce you to some of my family members, and they were kind enough to come over today, and let's go through some actual real life scenarios. Right now, we're gonna take the best scenario of we're not really in a car crash, but let's pretend like the windows can't come down, we can't get the doors open, and put in your mind, is the car on fire? I only have seconds to get out. Are we drowning because we just accidentally drove into a pond? Did we flip the vehicle? Are we unconscious? Right now, everybody is conscious. And so 3, 2, 1, use whatever you have in the car and see if you can break a window and go right now.
Go, go, go. Where's my water bottle?
You took it.
You took it. Okay. Nope. Pass me some. No. Brush? I don't know. I don't have anything.
There's a little crack over here. Is there anything we can do
Okay,
with it?
push. I'll push on you. You push on me. I
No,
don't know.
no.
Now you're only about a minute into this. I want to give a couple more myths that people have. Some people say you can use the headrest. Some people say that you can use the mirror. Some people say that you can rip the visors off and also use those. Keep the clock ticking. Go, go, go.
Okay, go, 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 go. Tear it apart. Hit. Okay, the mirror. You can't even get the mirror off. I found a metal thing.
Okay.
Abby, how you doing? It's kind of scary. I found it kind of scary, huh? Wait. Okay, I cannot get the headrest off. Okay, this is not working. Dad!
What? Oh, that might help.
She has an idea. Okay, a ball.
Close your eyes.
Okay, everybody close your eyes.
Nothing.
Okay, I surrender.
How long did we last?
Oh man, that's like 3 minutes before you guys completely gave up. And unfortunately, you guys have perished and passed away. So I do apologize for that, but here's what we want to do. We want to start the clock over. We're going to give you a window breaker here. This has a seatbelt cutter on here. So you just simply take the seatbelt cutter off if by chance your seatbelts get jammed. Let's say that your vehicle is upside down. That's most of the time, that's when your seatbelts are going to jam. The window breaker itself is really easy to use. You just take this flat part here, and it has like a push so you know which direction to push it. And when it's up against the glass, I'm going to show you that there's this little pin right here that comes out. And that pin right there is what's going to hit the window, and it's going to break it immediately. And this window breaker can be used over 10,000 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to take it back here for you. Let's put it up on your visor, and we're going to start the clock over for you. And just grab it and go for any window. Any one of you can do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Back to our seats.
3, 2, and 1.
Guys,
Okay,
we're out.
go.
Okay.
You gotta go out.
Kids. Ow. Fast as possible.
3 seconds versus 3 minutes. What would you rather have in the car? Your Stanley or a window breaker?
I think I'd have a window breaker. Yeah.
All right, so now let's flip the vehicle over on its side just to make things a little more difficult. But let's also go with a scenario of the two of you are completely unconscious, or even worse, you guys passed away. So now let's talk about, you as a mother, how young is too young? What's the appropriate age to teach your children how to use a window breaker?
I hope she's never in a situation like that, but she's capable.
Yeah.
And in a situation like you just said, which I don't even want to imagine, but she would be the one saving her sister and herself. So
what I have is I have some safety demo glass that we can do a quick training on. That way you'll know exactly how to use this, and anybody can pick up these training kits as well. And with the tool there, like I said, you just take it and you're just gonna push it like that, and you can push it right on the glass.
Whoa.
Now try this one rather than going, so you can go slow like that, but you can also take it and just go and like hit it hard. Yep, just like that. You can do the windows either way. I kind of like going like fast to where you know where it's going to be, so you're like kind of punching it, and so it goes through, but that way you're not going slow for your hand to go all the way through, because we don't want you to get cut again. Sound good? Yeah. All right. Now, I don't think we're doing the seat belts on this one, but let's just do a quick demonstration on the seat belts. So again, you've never used this, right? So this little cover right here just pulls off like that. So do that one, because some people say they have a hard time. So I just want to have you demonstrate, pull it off the back right there. Easy enough? All right. So I'm gonna hold the seat belt nice and tight. Now with this, you're gonna cut at kind of an angle. You don't wanna cut straight across, you wanna cut at an angle. So take it and then just
What?
like butter, right?
Oh my gosh.
Easy enough. So if you were trapped in a seatbelt, you feel like you'd be able to get out? All right, so we have the one that's up on the visor that we used earlier, but then I like to also have one on the second row for people to be able to, get easily, such as kids, such as yourself. So we're gonna take the zip tie, and we're just gonna zip tie this one to the back seat here. And then to take it off, whether it was on the keys or it's zip tied to your headrest, you're just gonna take it and you're just going to pull it, and it pulls right off and exposes the seatbelt cutter, and then you have that in your hand. Easy enough? Cool. So let's go ahead and flip your parents over.
I love you guys. Okay. That was wild.
All right, have fun.
Gabby, I'm gonna break the window. You're gonna stay there, and then I'll tell you when to come out. Come on, Abby.
Sweet, how easy was that?
Really easy.
All right. Brenda, as a mom, how do you feel about this training that just took place today?
that was a little emotional, but it made me so proud of her. I'm grateful we got this opportunity because there's not a lot of opportunity to actually practice the scenario, and now the girls, she's practiced it, and it gives me a little relief, like hopefully we're never in a situation like this, but if we are, she did a dang good job.
As we travel the U.S. working missing persons cases, and we're looking for people underwater or just accidents in general, one of the hardest things is when we have to deal with teenagers and they have passed away. And today we want to teach you as a parent as well as your kids, have them watch this video, because while we're not putting this vehicle in the water, we are going to do an actual rollover scenario where I'm going to have some teenagers in the car. And unfortunately, there's so many stories across the US. We had one with Kylie Rodney where she was at a party. She's up in California and she accidentally drove herself into the water. Down in Florida, there was 5 or 6 individuals. They all worked at Outback Steakhouse and they're driving home that evening after work and they ended up in a pond and every single one of them passed away. And I, as a father, I don't want to ever be in a scenario or a position or my kids, if they ended up in an accident, they didn't know what to do. So today we're gonna flip this car and we're gonna have them try to break out of the vehicle as is, upside down. Oh yes! Oh my God. What are we supposed to do? Unbuckle? What? Justin.
Charlie, I got this one. I got this one.
Wait, is it?
Yo, what's up, vlog? We're here. The car is flipped over.
Oh, there you go.
I broke the window. I kicked it.
Should we come out?
Yeah, go ahead and climb out.
Was it cracked at all, or did you just do it?
The window was kind of popping out, but like I was kicking it as hard as I could. It wouldn't pop out enough for me to actually squeeze through. Yeah, but those leg days, they're paying off.
I like it. All right, sweet. Well, while they're crawling out, I'm gonna flip the car back over on its wheels, but then let's do it one more time. Let's see how fast you guys can get out with a tool today.
Say hi to the vlog. Oh wait, put your seatbelts on, guys. Where's
the roof is collapsing on Aspen.
I've got my seatbelt cutter.
Okay, I'm out. There you go.
I'm gonna get through the window. All right, we're going through.
Got my seatbelt open.
3, 2, 1. Oh.
Oh,
Get up. Go.
that seatbelt cutter
worked really well.
Yeah, it goes straight through. That was like 1 second. I didn't even have to really like put pressure on it. Yeah, the car is good.
This car might not be going anywhere anytime soon.
So car fires are the second leading cause of death after home fires. And so today we're actually going to light this car on fire and give you a real life representation of how long does it take for the smoke to start coming in. People don't die from the fire, people die from the smoke inhalation. And so that's what we want to train you on today by putting myself in that scenario for you. But before I actually pass out from the smoke inhalation, we're gonna go ahead and use a window breaker to break out. And this is part of your training, our training, so that way we can educate you on what happens if you get in an accident and your car does catch on fire. Okay. All right, so we just got in an accident. The engine is already on fire. We want to go over some of the myths as to things that work and don't work. A lot of people say, well, use the headrest. So far to date, we've not been able to get any headrest. See, that's already bending. We've not gotten any headrest to actually break any of the windows. They say that also, use the visor. Visors are even softer. They say, try your seat belts. So you can take your seat belt and you can try it, and you can already smell the smoke starting to come inside here. So trying to use that. That's not working either. We can jump to the back seat here. And so yeah, smoke's already starting to come inside some. So anyway, so we can continue to use the headrest, try that on the back window, and just nothing at all is working there. So that's why having a tool such as the seatbelt cutter and window breaker, that's why we sell these. Really simple, just take it and you can just push it right up against the window, and you can go in the center. We have instructions that say go towards the corner, and kind of why you want to go towards the corner is because that way your hand doesn't go through. At the center here, when you do it, it's going through all of the window, and you can cut yourself kind of like we did earlier today with Charlie. So just right here, and just push it right there. Just one push, and it breaks the window. You can do small windows. Of course, you can't crawl out through that. You can do your back window if you need to get out. Over here, oh, my eyes are starting to burn. So right there also. So anyway, then just finish kicking your window out, and then you can get out through your window. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and hurry and get out through here and get the fire put out. My eyes are on fire, guys. You definitely have a few minutes. Another myth about fires and your car, about your car being on fire. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and put that out, sorry. So, another myth that I want to go over about car fires is that a lot of people think that the car is going to blow up. Cars only blow up in the movies. In real life, there's no pressure in the fuel tank, so they do not blow up. So another thing I want to point out, like this vehicle has been in a heavy accident. We got the front end, you see the airbags that have actually been deployed. And let's say that by chance I ended up getting knocked out. But sometimes the window breakers aren't for saving you and your family. Sometimes they're for saving somebody else. So let's say that the car was on fire. And see the door right here? You can't get it open. In fact, there's not even a handle here. But you have the opportunity, if you have one of these in your car, to simply come up, push it, break the window, and do everything you can to, one, get those smoke and those flames to start coming outside to give them a chance at breathing better, and then figure out, stay calm, how are you going to get them out? All right, now the moment you all been waiting for, that car, that pond, and Charlie is back. He had to go to the hospital because he got glass on his arm. Charlie, how you feeling about all this?
I'm so excited. I got my permit yesterday, so this is my second day driving, and I already get to drive a car into the water.
So we have several news stories of kids your age, you know, and not just kids your age, but you know, people of all ages who end up, you know, driving for the first time, getting their permit. Not to worry, mom, but this is good for mom to hear also, is that, you know, we're putting you through a training here that should you end up in the water, stay calm. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're not getting excited about it. And I know you're excited about this, but you know, again, you know, you want to stay calm. I'm sure we can get our seatbelts undone in here, but let's say they are jammed. So let's go ahead and use the seatbelt cutter today. And then we have a baby in the car, you know, so my brand new, you know, you're now a teenage father to a new little preemie baby that's in the middle seat here. So we're going to take our time to let's get to the middle seat, because as the car goes in, it's going to nose dive, and not nose dive, but it's going to slowly sink nose first. And so as it begins to fill up, we're moving to the middle seat, we're saving your child, then we're getting to the rear window with a game plan of, okay, now when we break the window, out we go. Like we want to be, the moment we break it, we want to go as quick as we can at that. So that's what we're going to end up doing. And we're going to do a lot of, you know, we have some time inside, so we're going to talk about it as we go. We'll also do some additional myth busting, such as we've shown it all day long. Do these headrests work? Do you have the answer?
No.
Yeah, they don't work. No, you don't have the answer, and no, they don't work.
No, they don't work.
Yes, they don't work. And I say, Charlie, let's get in the car and put you in the pond.
Awesome.
All right, let's do it. All right, so well, don't forget, we gotta save your baby.
Yep.
Okay, what, does she have a name? What's your baby's name?
The girl or boy?
It's a girl.
Her name's Maple.
Maple, all right. Make sure we save Maple today. Might be dead too, I don't know, because the battery was dead earlier.
So,
do you know how to start a car?
I thought I did.
Okay, well, you just gotta turn it. You ready? I'm ready. You gotta put it in gear, Charlie. You know how to drive?
Yeah.
You told me you knew how to drive.
I do.
All right.
All right.
Woo, Charlie. Alrighty. Yeah, so now we gotta worry about getting out of here. So, like I said, what has happened now? So we gotta get our seatbelts off. So, number one, do that. You see how it's starting to fill up in the front a little bit here. There we go. All right, now here, I'll do it. All right. Slice that. Up at an angle. Now, let's go save your baby.
You got the baby out?
Look at the baby. Yep.
Now we go to the back?
Yeah, head to the back. So, as you can see, Charlie, you got quite a bit of time as the car is filling up here. Yeah. Really, because the car is still floating, we have lots of time. We're doing like a longer case scenario for people. Mm-hmm. Really, we could be right here right now, and we could just be breaking the window and just boop, and we could be climbing out the window while it's still above water. And that's really what you want to be doing. But we find a lot of people in the back of the car because the engine compartment is what weighs the vehicle down. Now it's really starting to sink a lot faster. And this is a 10, 12-foot pond, so this whole car is going to go underwater. So I'm going to give you that window breaker.
Should I break it?
Yep. Now go ahead and break it. All right, now break it out. Go. Go out. So see, once it came up over the windows, how fast that started going?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do now, hand me the window breaker. I'm gonna show people how it breaks underwater, because a lot of people say, hey, can you actually use the window breaker underwater? So we're gonna do that right here. I'm gonna say, let's say that somebody's in the car. I gotta go save, like you never made it out, down and under. Then come back up, drop my vest, then head back down and go save them if I could. There was a news story recently about a mom and 2 of her kids that drove into the water. Similar situation like this, and a passerby was able to jump in, save the mom and one of the kids, but unfortunately the baby didn't make it. We did a lot of training today showing how difficult it is to break out of vehicles if you don't have the right tool, and just how easy it is if you do have the right tool. So swing by adventurewithpurpose.com today to pick yourself up a couple window breakers for that new 16-year-old driver. In fact, you're 15, you just turned 16, right? 15?
Just turned 15.
So for the new permitted driver that's about ready to be taking your vehicle out, give them every chance that they have, just in case they end up in the water, they end up in a crash, in a fire, upside down, their doors are jammed, their seatbelts are jammed. You want to make sure that your kid is coming home at night. So stop by Adventure with Purpose. Like I said, pick yourself up a couple window breakers for every one of your vehicles.